Hello everybody, it's back again on the video. Alright guys, today's video is going to be about Daniel Medvedev and his first ever clay court title, which he just won against Holger Rune. Daniel Medvedev, who nobody of us, at least not many of us, I'm pretty confident about saying that, didn't believe he will be successful at this clay court season. For sure not be successful on the monstrous level. Because we all know Daniel Medvedev has never won a clay court title in his career. He has won 19 before this Rome title, of course. He has won 19 titles in his career before, 18 of them coming in hard courts, outdoors and indoors, and one grass court title. Never he has won a clay court title. He has played one Barcelona final before, which he of course has lost. But a clay court title he has never won, and this Rome title was his first ever clay court title. Daniel Medvedev, who is a hard court specialist, who majority, almost all of his titles has came on hard courts. Now he has won his first ever clay court title in Rome by losing only one set through the tournament. He has lost only one set throughout the tournament, Daniel Medvedev, and on his way he has defeated Alexander Sasha Zverev, who is not in his peakest career, but a former top 10 player, like we all know, a former top 5 player, like we all know. He has defeated Stefanos Tsitsipas, who usually is a good clay court player, not so much this year. He has not been good on clay this year, Stefanos Tsitsipas. And now he defeated Novak Djokovic, the player who defeated Novak Djokovic earlier this week, Holger Rune, the final in straight set, 7-5, 7-5. All credit to Daniel Medvedev. Big congratulations to Daniel Medvedev. I have to say something about the match. Daniel Medvedev was rock star from the baseline. He just outmatched Holger Rune from the baseline, especially in the longer rallies where Holger Rune actually didn't have so much chances. In the longer rallies, Daniel Medvedev was the clearly better player. He was the player who missed less. And tennis is not a complicated sport by tennis fans all over the world. Sports in general is not a complicated sport. Miss less than your opponent and you will be the winner. And that was the case in this match. Medvedev missed less than his opponent. Medvedev served much better than his opponent. Medvedev was much better from the baseline than his opponent. You cannot win tennis matches with 49% first serves in, like Holger Rune had in this match. 49% first serves in, and he was winning only 52% behind his first serve. That will not do the work. I don't care that Holger Rune was winning much more points behind his second serve, 63%, compared with Medvedev, who won 43% only of the points behind his second serve. But the biggest damage Medvedev was doing in winning points behind the first serve. Medvedev was landing much more first serves than Holger Rune, 65%, and he was winning 76% of his first serve points. 76%. Huge difference. Huge difference. He was the better player, Medvedev. He was the more steadier player. He was the more consistent player. He was the more stronger player physically. I never saw Medvedev breathing heavily. Holger Rune, didn't matter that Holger Rune is 7 years younger than Medvedev. Holger Rune is 20 years old. Medvedev is 27 years old. Didn't matter. After they played long, brutal rallies, every single time it was Holger Rune who was breathing more heavily. It was not Medvedev. Medvedev had tremendous good depth on his shots. He was standing far behind the baseline in returning. So Holger Rune was almost never getting any free points behind his serve. Almost never, because why? Medvedev was making almost every single return back in play. Almost every single return back in play. Why? Because Holger Rune was not serving good. I will be honest with you, my tennis fans all around the world. I have never seen Holger Rune play a completely entire match. I saw the match against Djokovic. I didn't see the I didn't have the time to see the entire match because I was on my way to work. But this final, I've been free from work, and I saw this final. Holger Rune, all this hype about him, all this hype. Yeah, the guy has potential. He has, but he's not spectacular. At least not yet. His serve is not good. His serve is not good. I honestly believe he had a better serve than this. This is the first time I have seen Holger Rune in an entire match and landing 49% first serve scene and almost never finding the spot. Holger Rune's first serve was not in Rome. Holger Rune's first serve was in vacation somewhere. Maybe it was in Denmark. For sure it was not in Italy. 49% first serve scene. Holger Rune should be happy that he won 10 games. I can't believe that Holger Rune even had a chance to serve out the second set in that 10th game of the second set. He had the chance to serve out the second set and push this match to a third. But of course, with that kind of a horrible first serve, you will not be able to serve out sets. And of course he didn't. Dan Medvedev broke to 5-all in the second set, and then Dan Medvedev hold his serve. You could see in the 10th game of the second set, Holger Rune actually had one break point. If I'm not mistaken, in that 11th game of the second set. What happened? Dan Medvedev was coming up with big clutch serves and escaped that 11th game and held his serve to 6-5. And then of course, deja vu from the first set. Holger Rune couldn't hold his serve in the 12th game of the second set. Why? Because he was not making the first serves. He was not making the first serves. You don't win tennis matches by not putting the first serves into play. You don't win. Holger Rune basically played this match with a second serve. I know that the first serve on clay is not as important, and the serve in general is not as important on clay like it is on the faster surfaces like grass and hard courts. You get much more rewarded behind your serve on the faster surfaces. But even on clay, it is little important. Not much, but little. You will not make aces a lot. You will not get a lot of unreturned serves a lot, but you can, if you put a big heavy first serve, you will at least get a short return, and then you can step up into the court and put away the third shot. You know my tennis is on the roll. Tennis most important shots are the third, the fifth, and the 8th shot. There you have the tennis most important shots. Third, 5th, and 7th, I mean, not 8th, 7th. Third, serve, return, and bam! You need to put away the ball in the third shot. If you are not able to put away the ball in the third shot, then try to put away the ball in the 5th shot. If you're not able to put away the ball in the 5th shot, then kill the rally in the 7th shot. There it is where Rafa Nadal is the best of all time on clay. He puts away the balls on the 3rd, 5th, or 7th shot best than everybody else in the entire tennis history. It is not necessary that Nadal is, even though he's a beast in long rallies as well on clay, but it is not necessary where Nadal is the most unique one on clay. Where Nadal is the most unique one is he does the best job in putting away the ball on clay in the 3rd, 5th, or 7th shot in the rally. And there you need to have a good, at least not necessarily powerful first serve, at least put the first serve into play. Find your spots. Nadal is not a big server either, but he at least puts a lot of first serves in. That he does. At least he can find the spots. That he does. Nadal doesn't have a great serve. Yeah, we all know that. If Nadal had a great serve, he would have been unbeatable, for God's sakes. But he at least puts much more first serves in than Holger Rune did in this match. 49% first serves in. That will not make the job. I was not impressed in Holger Rune's level. I really was not. I can't believe how he defeated Djokovic. I know how he defeated Djokovic. Djokovic was a Santa Claus in that quarterfinal match. He did over 30 unforced errors. I think 35 unforced errors, something like that. Djokovic did in that quarterfinal match against Holger Rune. Daniel Medvedev was not a Santa Claus in this final. Daniel Medvedev didn't even do over 25 unforced errors, I don't believe, in this match. So, and Holger Rune faced a much tougher competition in this final against Medvedev than he had against Djokovic in the quarterfinal. Medvedev was a much better player than Holger Rune. He won his straight set 7-5, 7-5, even though the Medvedev actually won only 9 more points than Holger Rune in the entire match. And Medvedev won 71 points in the entire match. Holger Rune won 62 points in the entire match. So Medvedev wins 9 more points than Holger Rune, but it was enough to beat Holger Rune in straight sets. Medvedev broke Holger Rune's serve 4 times, 1 time in the first set, 3 times in the second set. Holger Rune broke Medvedev's serve only 2 times, and it was both of those 2 times was in the second set. And one of those times, actually, Medvedev was in Santa Claus. In the middle of the second set, Medvedev did 3-4 unforced errors in that game where he dropped his serve in the second set. In middle of the second set. In the first game of the second set, when Holger Rune broke Medvedev's serve, Holger Rune did his best ever game in the entire match, where he did a bunch of winners with both forehand and backhand. So there, Medvedev couldn't do much. So, but in the end of the day, Medvedev was the more consistent player, the more clutch player. Especially Medvedev did a much better job in serving, in doing a better job in the 3rd, 5th, and 7th shot. And of course, being the much better player from the baseline. That's it, guys. Tennis is not a competitive sport. Do less unforced errors than your opponent. You will win the matches. And be steadier from the baseline than your opponent. And then you will win the match. Now, Daniel Medvedev is the new world number 2. So, when the French Open will start, Daniel Medvedev will be the 2nd seed. Carlos Alcaraz will be the 1st seed. This is more bad news for Novak Djokovic. So Novak Djokovic can face players like Medvedev or Alcaraz. One of them he can face, and he will face probably before the final. If Medvedev and Alcaraz makes it that deep and goes to that semifinal. And of course, if Djokovic also can goes to that semifinal. So French Open is a wild open tournament. The French Open is the most open tournament in 19 years. In 18 years, at least, in 18 years, 19 since 2005, even though Nadal played the French Open the first time in 2005, I remember he was the favorite according to me. I actually picked him to win that tournament 18 years ago. So this is after that 2005 until now, 2023, this is the most, since 2004, because 2005 was not a wild open tournament. Nadal was the clear favorite according to me, because he was a beast already then, already that young. Since 2004 to 2023, French Open, in 19 years time, this French Open in 2023 is the most open French Open in 19 years. Holger Rune will not win it. No, I need to say some words about it. All respect to Medvedev. He played rock solid tennis, serving big with his first serve, was a beast on the baseline, just rock solid, didn't miss much, winning a lot of points behind his first serve. But Holger Rune, his serving was a disaster. Holger Rune's 49% landing first serves in. No, man. No, my friend. No. I don't care that you're a hype Danish guy, 20 years old, the future of tennis. No. I really think we should start to hype down Holger Rune. The guy has only won 1 tournament this year. But anyway, Tsitsipas has won 0 tournament this year. Zverev has won 0 tournament this year. Djokovic has won only 2 tournaments this year. The player who has won most tournaments this year is Daniel Medvedev. He has won 5 tournaments. And then after him, it is Alcaraz who has won 4 tournaments. So, are Alcaraz and Medvedev the big favorites in French Open? Maybe. Medvedev, he's starting to feel comfortable on clay this year. He won Rome, for God's sakes. Not even Roger Federer has won Rome. Roger Federer has never won Rome, and Daniel Medvedev has not won Rome. So what does that say? What does that say? That does say that we should take Medvedev seriously at French Open. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give a thumbs up, subscribe, see you next time. Peace.